Harambe YouTube, happy new comic book day. I hope your new comic book day is as good as mine. It is time to open another package from MidtownComics.com. When I can't make it out to my local shop because I am disabled and I have a hard time getting around the mall, I order from places like Midtown Comics, Coffee and a Comic, Nucadia Comics. Lots of great resources so that if you're either housebound or in an area that you cannot get comic books, check out those websites. Again, MidtownComics.com, CoffeeAndAComic.com, Nucadia.com. So without further ado, let's get into the books because you didn't tune in just to hear me talk. You want to see what I got in the box. I always open up the box on camera for a reason, so that you can see how your item is going to be shipped. First off, I noticed that I should have showed this before, but there was a slight puncture here. But everything is safe because when you open up the box, you have bubble wrap. So far, so good. Get this out of here. Okay. And then we got the classic Midtown Comics bag with the logo. Everything bagged and boarded individually, so let's get into it. So we're starting with Star Trek red shirts from IDW. Focusing on the security arms forces of the Starship Enterprise. Or Star Trek. I'm not the biggest Trekkie in the world. I tune in and out different series like Discovery. I watch a little Enterprise, a little bit original, and a couple others. And I'm really enjoying that series. Absolute Green Lantern number 6 from DC Comics. Not a big Green Lantern guy, but I really enjoyed this take of the Green Lantern. It's it has kind of a horror vibe to it. If you don't know, the Absolute Universe is where they take these DC characters and they give them a new lore, a new backstory, and set them in this new Absolute Universe. Lots of great titles coming from that, including Absolute Superman. We're at number 11 right now. I really enjoyed this one as well. Superman, he actually comes to Earth as an adolescent, leaving an oppressive Krypton to where his family was the lower caste of society. Very, very hip stuff. He fights for the downtrodden and oppressed when he gets here to Earth. Okay, and then we have the final issue of one of my favorite series from Image Comics, the Tin Can Society. Wait a minute. Okay, so this isn't the final issue. The final issue is next month. But this is number 8. It features a cast of handicapped people who end up becoming superheroes, and their journey and how their shared, despair bonds them. And it's very, very, if you are a disabled person, it's a book you can tell is written by somebody that knows the experience, because the everyday heartbreak of being disabled is very real. And then we get the aspect of the superhero aspect into something that I can relate to, so that's why I dig it personally. And then we have Batgirl number 11. And this features Cass as Batgirl, not Barbara Gordon, but Cassandra Cain, is that her name? I think that's her name. And then we have, here we go, also from DC Comics, the all-new number 1 edition of Batman. I had to get the virgin cover with just the Batman symbol on it. I really dug the simplicity and really the iconic nature. You open up the cover, here is the A cover. I am excited about this. They're resetting the universe, and I read Batman up until the All In initiative took over and they did the time jump, I really kind of fell off it then. But hopefully this will be something that I dig, something that can catch my attention, keep my attention, and get me back into Batman because I like the character. I just didn't like a lot of what was going on recently. But that's not to say it's a bad book, it's just my preference. That's what this channel is about. My preference. So just because I don't talk about something or I don't prefer something, it doesn't make it bad. I don't want you guys to get it twisted. There's a book out there for everybody, and what's good, what I dig, you may not dig. And that's why there's so many books out there. Okay, now from Image Comics, we have Sam and Twitch Case Files, number 17. Sam and Twitch, a detective duo from the Spawn universe. Really digging this book. It is more of a police procedural set in the Spawn universe. There is there is some supernatural elements, of course, because it is set in the Spawn universe, but it is very grounded compared to the rest of what is going on in the Spawn universe. Alright. And then next we have one that is not for me, but it is from my friend Mary. She is a big friend of Maria Lovett. She actually does art and illustration. I read a couple of her books. I enjoyed Luna, and I enjoyed All the Things We Didn't Do last night. But this wasn't something I, wanted to get for myself. But my friend Mary, who you guys will see when I do my videos from Spellbound Apothecary and Entertainment, the young lady I'm hanging out with, that's my friend Mary, my comic book buddy, and I got this for her, Artificial, by Maria Lovett. Maybe I can see if she can do a review for it. I can post to the channel and let you guys see what's going on here. We're almost to the end here. Not quite. We got a couple of more. We got The War, number 2 from Boom Studios. This is a very haunting series. It is a horror series that was actually started in the Hello Darkness anthology, the horror anthology, put out by Boom Studios. I believe Act 1 was in the first issue of Hello Darkness, and the war issue number 1 included Act 1 plus 2 more acts. It's basically about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia and the war, and playing it out to its most horrific conclusion. It's a very frightening book for how it starts off mundane with people you feel like you know. And so it starts from a place grounded in reality that becomes horrific just with the brutality and the realism and the real consequences of war. And last but certainly not least, we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 320. This is the long-running series that has, spanned many comic book companies, decades. We're at number 320. I actually started reading at number 300, and I really enjoyed every issue. Issue 319, I read it the other day, and it was one of the most action-packed issues. The thing about the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series is that you are going to get a lot of story because there's lots of characters. I mean, we know what the deal is with G.I. Joe, the cartoon and the comic book. They are essentially advertisements for the toy line. But while they are that, the art doesn't take a back seat. When I say the art, I'm not just talking about the visual art, but the writing, the writing, the storylines, everything is complex, intertwined, and they have not only A, B, and C through lines, but often D storylines that they may touch on and then come back to issue later. A lot of complexity, a lot of moving parts, and a lot of characters. And so it is a very fun series, and I think that if you're new to comic books, this would be a good entry point because it's a familiar brand and a wide array of stories and intertwined plots that will keep anybody interested. So that is what I got for this new comic book day. Let me know in the comments what you guys got. If there's anything you think I'm missing out on, you think I should check out, or if you want a review of something specific in particular, drop it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. And stay tuned to the channel, because we got not only more comic book unboxings, but I got a box here from Ringside Collectibles with a Ringside exclusive action figure that I'm going to be unboxing and posting up here real soon. So stay tuned to that if you're a big fan of AEW. It's a Ringside exclusive action figure I got for a great price, and it's one I've really been looking forward to. So that's let's see, I'll give you a clue. Second generation wrestler, orange. Those are my two clues. Second generational wrestler, tie-dip color orange. That's all you're getting. You're gonna have to tune in to the unboxing to see who it is. I'll see you next time.